The sky over the shattered isles was a bruised purple, flickering with the static of a reality bleeding at the seams. Miles' tail's prower crouched behind a rusted bulkhead, his twin tails twitching nervously. He checked the readout on his handheld monitor. The energy signature wasn't coming from Robotnik, nor was it coming from the Chaos Emeralds. It was a rhythmic, pulsing radiation characteristic of a maverick virus, but warped with a strange, sugary frequency. "Something isn't right," Tails whispered. He adjusted his goggles, peering through the scope of his Sea Fox launcher. Below him, the normally lush jungle had been terraformed into a brutalist landscape of neon-lined steel and floating platforms. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A massive, mechanical beast roared, a robotic T-Rex encased in Neo-Arcadia armor, its eyes glowing with a sinister crimson light. Riding atop its head, wielding a glowing, prismatic superscope, was a figure that didn't belong. It was Mario, but not the Mario Tails knew. He wore a heavy, reinforced plating over his overalls, his eyes scanned with the cold, calculated precision of a hunter. Beside him, dashing through the undergrowth with a speed that defied physics, was a blue armored figure, Mega Man X. "Target identified," X signaled, his arm cannon charging with a high-pitched whine. "The source of the dimensional anomaly is in the central core. We need to clear the perimeter." Mario nodded, his fingers tightening on the super scope. He unleashed a barrage of rapid-fire light energy, tearing through the jungle canopy and dismantling the robotic sentries blocking their path. Tails watched in awe. "They're not villains," he realized. "They're being pulled in just like me. They're trying to stabilize the zone." He didn't wait. Tails engaged his flight pack, launching himself into the fray. As he buzzed through the air, he dropped a remote-controlled decoy to draw the fire of the mechanical T-Rex. X looked up, his sensors locking onto the Fox. "Local resistance. No, an ally. Provide cover fire." Tails adjusted his flight pattern, weaving through a hail of laser fire. "I've got the flank. X, use your charge shot on the stabilizer port. Mario, keep that Rex busy." The synergy was instantaneous. Mario leaped, his boots clanking against the metallic jungle floor, maneuvering with the agility of a plumber-turned-commando. He lured the T-Rex into a tight formation, forcing its heavy armor to align perfectly with the floating platforms X had pinpointed. "Now," X shouted. X unleashed a shattering blast of concentrated solar energy. At the same moment, Tails deployed a series of proximity bombs he'd salvaged from the wreckage of the Isles, creating a perimeter of containment. Mario fired a final, massive beam from his scope, the light blending with X's buster fire to create a blinding, reality-sealing flash. The world screamed, a sound of folding space, and the neon aesthetics of the stage began to peel away, revealing the vibrant green of the Isles beneath. The metallic plating fell away from the T-Rex, rendering it dormant. Silence fell over the jungle. X lowered his arm, the amber light of his buster fading to a dim flicker. Mario wiped sweat from his brow, his heavy armor retracting into a standard red cap and overalls. He looked at Tails and gave a sharp, professional nod of appreciation. Tails landed softly, his tails slowing to a stop. He looked at the two strangers, an icon from another world and a hunter from a broken future. "Dimension hopping?" Tails asked, offering a nervous smile. X looked up at the clearing sky. "It's a long story," he replied, "but for now the path is clear." As the rift began to pull X and Mario back into the ether, Tails grabbed his monitor, recording the data. He knew he wouldn't find the answers today, but as the two legends vanished into the static, he knew one thing for sure. The universe was much bigger and much more dangerous than he had ever imagined.